question. Oh God.
And we're live on the Live Master Interview Challenge. I'm so super excited. We have a special guest, certified Live Master Interview Challenger. She went
Woohoo!
live every day for the last 6 days. And she was like, you know what? What's the next step? How do I do day number 7? Well, here we are doing day number 7 on the interview challenge. This is the one and only challenge online where you can come in a private group, do videos, and then get interviewed. It's pretty cool. Our special guest is Shy Cervantes up in Washington State, and we're so excited to have her here. Shy, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm doing good. So, are you excited to uh, share your experience the last week of what it's been like to answer some interesting questions that are aimed for people to get to know how you can serve them?
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited for the most part
Yeah,
to share
that's
all
good.
that. Yeah.
Well, did you know that nervousness and excitement are really like the same emotion, really, like that adrenaline, right? You're nervous when you're nervous, and then
Yes,
you're excited when you're excited. So it's kind of like the same thing. So that's why
it's
they
true.
say if something scares you and excites you at the same time, then you're moving forward into your dreams, right?
Right, right.
Awesome. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Mike Chavez, and I've been on a live video journey for about 4.5 years. And I go live daily with videos so we can connect. And I created this challenge last October, and we've had so many different amazing um, Facebook friends of mine that I've met over the last few years come and do interviews like this. So we're just gonna get to know Shy a little bit and ask her some specific questions about her experience doing videos. So the first question, Shy, that I have for you is why do you think it's important for you to do videos?
Um, why I think it's important for me to do videos. I want my audience or my future clientele or even people that know me on a personal level to to know me. I want to be transparent. It's like for me now that I'm in this realm of social networking, I'm very to myself. So I thought this would be a good way for me to jump out of my shell and get to meet other people, to stretch a little bit, do the uncomfortable. So I think that's part of why I think it's important. I mean, it's growth, it's expanding. Um, yeah, that's.
So so did you when I first asked you about the challenge, what were your first initial thoughts?
Oh hell no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But after I got warmed up the first couple days, I'm like, okay, well, this isn't so bad. I mean, I was in and out as fast as I could, but I did it. You know, I got straight to the point, answered the questions. And then there was even a day where you asked a question, and I even elaborated further than just talking about the business, my business, more on like a personal level. So at that point, I was like, okay, well, I could see myself doing this, but just you're so creative with the questions that you come up with and the way you answer and respond. I get stuck in my ways. Between fear and getting stuck, I end up shutting down. So your questions of the day and even this challenge, it's really helped open a lot of my brain juices to be able to express myself authentically on the camera. So,
Yeah, well, that's really cool. I mean, yeah, these are just, the questions that I think of, things that I'm going through, and I just try to figure out how to come up with the solutions to the questions that I have, and
yeah,
I share my thoughts with people, and it's pretty incredible to get feedback from when you do videos. I think it's one of the most powerful things. Like you were also saying, the growth that you get, and that's why I still continue to do videos every day on a daily basis. I'm going to show up and do at least one video, sometimes two or three, because I think it's the best personal development tool for that you can do. Really, it's free. All you need is a phone, and you can go start going live. in a place, right? Too. So, like in the group, did you feel safer doing videos in the closed group and Live Masters than just doing them on your personal page?
Yes, yes. And then I got gutsy and started doing my own stories with your question of the day. I wasn't going live, so I was cheating a little bit, but I did feel a lot safer doing it on your platform, in that closed group. I felt
Yeah.
safer there. No one knows me.
Yeah, well, it's interesting what you just said though, because you were doing this video challenge on Live Masters and you were in this closed group, and then you're like, you know what? And then you saw the question of the day and you got creative and you posted them to your story. And I was like, that, and I even messaged you. I'm like, that's incredible that you're doing that because it's giving you an opportunity to be on the camera, and it's not like you said, it's not live, right? So
Right.
if you could literally do the little stories, and if you don't like it, you can delete them. We all know that, right? Before
Exactly.
you post
Yeah.
them, right?
Right. So I
Right.
cheated.
So
I wasn't live, but hey, it's a video, so let me try.
No, exactly, 100%. I think that if you're not doing stories, you're missing out, right?
Yeah.
So now, because you were doing the challenge, now you're like, okay, I can do stories, I can do these. Now that's really good because if you continue to do that, that's just another way to get in front of people and for people to get to know you. I mean, so let me ask you, when you were making those stories throughout the week, were you getting engagement? Were people like, "Oh yeah, what are you doing? What is this? Oh, that's interesting." Were anybody giving you any feedback?
I was, but uh it's funny because I'm mostly on Instagram and I I don't get a lot of interaction there. I can see the people who view it and I'll get the questions from people I talk to every day. You know, they'll ask me questions like, "What's going on?" or "What are you doing? Where's this question of the day coming from?" And so I'm able to share that I'm with you and I'm challenging myself and you're helping mentor and coach me through these videos. Um, but I noticed that I get a lot more views on Facebook, which is funny because I'm rarely on Facebook. People will just, love my story or um, comment stuff like "Great job." I'm happy to see that you're doing so well. Stuff like that. Yeah.
Right. So, well, I saw when you were doing your stories too originally, where you were actually talking about your business a little bit and why, you there's a certain reason why you're so passionate about what you're currently doing to help families out. Do you want to share a little bit about that?
Sure. So I recently got into network marketing, doing life insurance with a company that's been around for a while. It's funny because when I first started coming into this, I was like, oh no, not another MLM. And then I realized it's actually not a bad thing. I talked to a lot of my family and my friends, and little did I know, a lot of my family members actually did the same business, but they quit. And I asked them, why did they quit? And a lot of the same answers was, I just didn't have time to invest in it. But you keep going and go for the stars. But there's a lot of sharks in my industry. It's left a lot of bad tastes in people's mouths, which I totally understand. Because as I was shopping for life insurance, I was running into the same things, and it was pissing me off. I was ready to just throw my hands up and just be like, forget it. I'm just gonna start saving. But I found out about this company and I was like, you know what? I could see myself helping make a difference and be a person people can turn to and trust and know that I'm not out there for the commissions. I'm not out there for blood. I'm generally out here to educate. And one thing I love is being able to learn new things and help translate that in a way other people can understand, and not feel so intimidated about making a decision or being feel like they have to rush to a decision. I want people to know that they have a safe place with me. Yeah, it's all about commission. It's all about making the next sale. It's all about numbers, and that's not how I want to run my business. I want people to feel seen and cared for, and I and I want people to have someone they can trust.
Right.
um yeah, I didn't have anyone to talk to about finances. It was just me and my friends, and I wanted to change that too. Be able to be a source for people in my circle, my direct circle, especially my family. Just talking about how to pay off debt, how to save for the future, just stuff like simple things like that. I wish stuff was taught during school instead of home ec classes. Um, and having a fake baby to take care of. I mean, that it scared the hell out of me, but yeah, I guess finances is one thing that I wish we all was able to walk away from after school. I drowned in a lot of that after in my adulthood. So now I want to be able to pay back, and share with other people what I've learned. And even if they choose not to do business with me, at least they've walked away with some type of knowledge and they can do their own research themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And it's interesting too, like the more consistent you are showing up online, doing videos, the more trust that builds in people, you know.
Right.
Uh it really is. And now I can say I've done, I've been doing I've been doing this for every day for 4.5 years, and people have seen that. It's taken time, but I know a lot of people who trust me now because I'm still here every day. I'm not going anywhere, and I'm still the same person that they've always seen. Or why have they seen me grow? We all change and grow, or some of us do. I don't know
Yeah,
how you could. I don't know how you could not show up every day like this and not grow somehow. You know what I mean?
exactly. Yeah. It's kind of like working out, you're
Yeah,
bound to see change eventually. Just
yeah.
gotta stay consistent, show up for yourself every day.
So, what other kind of personal development have you done in the past to grow?
I got I consider working out self-development. I was really overweight and feeling really defeated. And on top of that, I was battling underlying health issues since I was 17. So, um, and after getting pregnant twice, it just got worse and worse for me. So, working out is one of the ways I do personal development. Keep myself busy with that, or at least consistent with that 3 to 4 times a week. I'm into a lot of audibles. I read or listen to books as I work. There's a few people that I follow on YouTube that I like listen to and dig into their brains and their thought processes and see how I can use that in my life and what I'm going through. So lots of reading, a lot of working out. Um, those are some of the things. Talking to my mentor, I talk to my mentor almost every single day, just picking his brain. And now you, taking notes on areas that I'm weak in with people who are strong there. Those are some of my self development stuff.
Mm. Yeah, it's interesting. You're becoming more self aware because of all this, right? Of all this information that you're seeing on how you need to show up and grow, and there's certain things that you need to do. I mean, you're doing all the right things. Here we are. You know what I mean? And you're gonna have opportunity to get to connect to people, obviously, that see this video, which is really really cool, right?
I'm excited about that.
Yeah. I mean, what's the old saying? Either you're growing or you're decaying. So, I mean, just
I
moving on forward with this
never
whole
want to
thing.
decay. Never want to decay. I just want to grow.
Yeah, exactly. Now, speaking of that, are you going to continue to do videos? Are you going to continue to do lives and live masters, and you're going to continue to do stories? Like, what is your plans for your video journey
Um,
still?
I'm definitely going to use your platform as much as I can. Um, definitely going to engage more in my stories. That right now, those are my goals. It's just to show up more every day for myself through my stories on Instagram and on Facebook, and challenge myself to continue to do lives, at least answer question of the days. My goal is at least 3 to 4, as many times as I work out, the days that I work out, I'm answering your question of the day on Live Masters. That's my personal goal.
Oh, you're putting them together. That's cool. You're bundling them, huh?
We're
That's
getting it
cool.
done.
Well, you know what? It's interesting that you said that too, because when you're exercising and you're eating right and you're taking really good care of yourself, it's you feel good, you do good. Like really, as corny as that sounds, it's so true. But
It's
it's
true.
it's not just it's a physical thing. It's literally a physical thing where your hormones change and your brain's clear. And I, wake up every morning with no brain fog and nothing hurts. And
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
go work out for 3 hours if I want to every single day. It's pretty amazing.
it is.
Yeah.
Just that little change. It's not little, it makes a huge difference. My goodness.
I think the biggest thing, though, wouldn't you agree, is that it's what you put in your body. I mean, more than anything else, is the biggest contributing factor to how you're going to be able to perform
I
physically,
agree.
mentally, emotionally, because it
Yes.
all it all what's the old saying, garbage in, garbage out. If it's not,
Yes.
you
It's with
know
everything. It's with what you consume mentally
yeah,
in your
we put on,
body,
well, what's the old, it's the air that you breathe, what you put on your skin,
Yep.
what you put in your body, and the people and the energy that you surround yourself with.
Absolutely. 100%. 100%.
Yeah, because you could still have pretty much you could do it all, right? Why not?
Why not?
Exactly. That's what being happy is all about, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, I think that these videos, I wanted to bring up a point real quick, that sometimes when we show up on camera, we're not perfect, right? Or we think
Mhm.
we think that we're not perfect. Well, I got to tell you, I've done thousands of videos. I can still say that. And I still make these little flubs. And if there was a speech coach, or, some performance person that teaches people how to do speeches, they'd probably say, "What? Look at this guy. What is he?" But I just, it all flows naturally because of consistency. And I really hope that you decide to continue to do videos, because I'm here to help, and it's been fun helping you.
Thanks, Mike. I look forward to working with you in the
Yeah,
future.
it's gonna be fun and amazing.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do some challenges. We got a challenge coming up this month. I have a pretty good idea now what I should make the challenge about, but I'm not gonna say on the video.
Dang it.
I
I
can't.
want to
I can't.
know.
I can't. Well, if you go in Live Masters, then I'll maybe do a question of the day, and it'll be details about the challenge. How does that sound?
That sounds amazing.
So, if anybody that's watching this video wants to learn more about Live Masters, it's a community where we're doing these video challenges. Where Shy went live the last 6 days in a row, and here we are on day 7. We're streaming live into Live Masters. We're streaming live on my personal page, and we're streaming live on my YouTube channel. That are
Wow.
Yeah, that's what this platform is. We can do this. Brought to you by StreamYard. So, anybody's interested in learning more about StreamYard, please reach out to me, because I can hook you up and send you a link and let you know how to do this. It's pretty cool. There's actually a free trial version, no credit card necessary. That's the plug for the platform. Yeah, like I said. Oh, I remember what I was going to tell you. I was actually going to tell you something about, um, during the challenge. We were talking about showing up perfect, right? And sometimes we don't think that we're perfect on camera, but some of those imperfections that we think that we have, when other people watch us and show up authentically, that's what attracts them.
I
It's that imperfection, that you're just doing it anyways, and you don't sound like everybody else. You sound like you.
right. Someone in my team had told me, "Shyla, your videos look so perfect. I could never do that." And I told her, I said, "Do you know how many times I've deleted and then redid my videos?" I'm like, every single day. I don't post them all. And she's like, "Oh my goodness, you should be doing this all the time. It's so inspiring." And I'm looking at her like, did we watch the same videos? Are you sure you're talking about my posts? And she's like, "Yeah, I wish I had the same guts." And I was like, "But you can do it too." My that was are you sure we watched the same video? So hearing stuff like that makes me want to keep going, because if it can encourage someone else to share their story, I'm like, man, we could change the world. We could change the world and help bring light into where there's dark places. Everybody has
Mm.
their story, and I think it's worth hearing or listening to. Um, but again, get stuck in my ways. I get stuck in my head and I get nervous. So I appreciate and I'm so thankful for Live Masters to give me the platform and the opportunity and a safe place to practice and feel more comfortable in my skin and making these videos, not second guessing myself so much.
Right? You did an amazing job. You really did. And it was fun, watching you and watching your videos because they're engaging. I mean, you were answering the questions to your best authentic self. And that's what this is all about. So, if anybody's interested in learning more about Live Masters and getting in front of the camera a little bit more and stepping out of their comfort zone and into their confidence, right? I always say that. I just made all that stuff up. It's funny, right? But it's true. You do. You feel I'm glad that I remember. I think it was your first video, or right before you did your first video, or something like that. I said something to you like, just remember how you're going to feel that sense of accomplishment after you do your first video, right? I think
Yes,
after you did your first one,
it was the
like
first one.
it was the first one. I said, "Look, you did the first one. Look, you got it. That's just you can do the next one, and then the next one, and you did them." And there was one day it was late in the day. I was like, "Is she gonna do it?" It was getting late. There was one day you went late, live, late, and I was like, "I wonder if she's gonna make it." And you did. You came in late. I didn't catch you live on that one, but yeah,
There's a
it's
few
been fun.
days.
It's been great. I'm so glad that you did this challenge.
Me too. I'm glad I did too.
Okay. Well, thank you for tuning in, everybody that's watching this. And Shai, thank you for taking the challenge and thank you for showing up on this interview. It's been fun getting to know you. And if anybody wants to connect with you, what's the best way for them to connect with you?
Instagram, it's my name, no spaces, Shy Cervantes on Instagram. That's
Down.
the best way.
I'm surprised there's not Shai Cervantes 1000.
No, it's just straight Shy Cervantes. I was surprised that I didn't have to put anything at the end, but
Yeah.
yeah, you can find me, Shy Cervantes, on
Awesome.
Instagram.
All right. Cool. So, guys, make sure you link up with her and start following her. She's going to continue to do videos and put stories up. The stories are really, really cool. That's like 60% of where everybody's at now is on stories more than the news feed. So, you're a very smart young lady, Shy. Keep doing what you're doing. And
Thanks,
everybody,
Mike.
thank you for again for watching this video. We'll talk to you soon. Stay safe, everybody. Good night.